Hey guys, so in today's video we are going to learn about the Flexbox. If you have zero knowledge about the Flexbox, then also you can do it. Okay, so what you have to do is to understand the properties of the CSS, we need to create an HTML file. So I am going to create a index.html file, and here I am going to write the boilerplate which I can write by shift+1. So here we are going to get the things. So here we are going to write Flexbox in 8 minutes. So we are going to see most of the important properties of the Flexbox. Okay, so what I am going to do, I am going to write the div. In the div I am going to write some of the elements. Okay, so let's say as of now let us take some elements 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, and to see the elements there is a button go live on the bottom down, so we need to press this button. Okay, so if we click on the go live, so we can see the server is live, and we can see there are elements which are coming 1 2 3 4 5. Now if you want to give some properties, CSS properties, so you can use inline CSS, or you can create a separate style.css file and you can attach the file. So how to attach the file? We can use the keyword link and we can write the file name style.css. As of now you can see there is no change. Okay, wait a second. Yeah, as of now you can see there is no change. So what you can do is you can give some class names. So let's say you give a class name as container. Okay, so CONT container, right? So let's copy this class name to all the things, because we want to see, we want to give some background colors, and we want to see how much area one div is going to occupy. So if I come here and if I again press this class name, that is container, so how we are going to write the class name? Dot container. Okay, and we can give the property as background color is equal to, let's say we give the color as anti-white. Okay, so you can see the color has been changed. Let me give some good color so that you can see a better difference. So if we give the blue color, you can see the difference here. Okay, now let us go and give the border to this. Okay, border will be let's say, let's give the border as 2 pixel, solid black color. Okay, so solid black it is going to be. Now if you are going to see, then we can see the border is given to the things. Okay, now let us give some margin so that the space is going to come. Okay, so the margin let us give as 20 pixels, so that you will get to know the difference. So now you can see the div is going to occupy the entire row with the elements. Fine. Now what we want is, our ultimate task is to want all the div in a single line. Okay, so let me give some height and width so that it will be easier for us. Let's say width is equal to 120 pixel. Now you can see width is again fixed, and if you are going to give height also as 120 pixel, so it will give you as a clear picture. Okay, let us delete one div so that it will be easier for you to see. Now suppose if you want all the 1 2 3 4 divs in a single line, what you can do is you can make a div that is, well, let's say this will be your parent div. Okay, and in this parent div what you need to do is you need to copy all the elements, and here you need to give a class. Okay, and you can say this is flex1. This is the random class name, you can give any class name. Okay, and let's give some properties to this. So dot flex1, and if we give the property display is equal to flex, what it is going to do, all the elements that we are seeing are going to come in a single line. Previously if we don't apply this property, elements were coming in a column wise. If we want all the elements in a single div, it will going to help us this. Suppose let me give the background color to this, so it will be helpful to identify the difference. So if I give background color as dark gray, so you can see the difference, that there is a div which is a master div which have a class name as flex1, and that have some properties. Now let us play with this divs. Okay, so let us give some properties. If you give justify content as center, you can see all the content of the div is going to come at the center. Similarly, if you are going to write it as end, so all the content is going to come on the right hand side. And if you are going to give the, okay, let me do one thing, let me write each and everything in the new line so that it will be easier for you next time when you see the video. So if I give justify as end, justify content as end, so you can see the content is going to go at the end. Similarly, when you are going to write justify content start, okay, so here you can see all the content is going to come in the start of the flex. Now what we want the space, equal space between the divs. Okay, so we can give a property justify. In the justify content only we need to give the property space between. So space between is going to divide all the divs with equal amount of space between them. Similarly, if you want to give the space around, okay, there might be some of the requirement when you need to give the space around also. So in this property you can see there is a space between the first and the last row also, okay, first and the last div also. But in the justify content you can see there is equal space between the divs. Okay, so this is the property. Now we can also change the flex direction. We can change the flex direction to column. So what is going to happen, all the elements we are going to get in a column. Okay, now also again we can give the properties like aligns item at the center. So you can see all the items of the div are going to be aligned at the center. Similarly, you can also give the property align item at end. So you can see all the items are going to be aligned at the end. Like this we can play with the things. So the main property that is being used is display flex. This is the first property. Then the second most important property is display content, that is space between them. Third most important property is display space around, okay, and flex direction. By default it is in the row format. So these are the most important properties that are used. Okay, now suppose if you want to change the color of the first div, so here you can give additional property, let's say item 1, and if you want to change the color, you can write like this: item 1 will have background color, and let's say you give the background color as violet, okay, pink. Okay, so if you want to give some extra property to a div, you can write an extra class name here, item 1. So you can come on this screen and you can say the item 1 background color is this. Suppose here you want to give some padding, and let's say you give the padding as 20 pixel. Now you can see there is a space between the content. Here you are not going to see any kind of space, but here inside the things there is a space. Okay, let me give the space as padding. Instead of all the padding, let me give padding left only. So you can see the space is going to come only on the left hand side. So here we got one difference, that padding is always inside the div. And if I also give the padding as padding top as let's say 50 pixel, so you can see there is a difference. Okay, from the top it is going to give a padding of 50 pixel. Suppose if you want to give some properties to the second item, so you can write item 2, and here you can give the background color for that item. Let's say you given the background color as this. Okay, and here what you need to do, you need to go on the second div and you need to add the class. So it will be item 2. So you can see the color has been changed. So like this you can change the property of the individual div. Also you can use the master div, and in the master div you have to give only one property, that is display flex, and here the important properties are space around and space between. Okay, so I hope this is clear to you, and if you still have any kind of doubt, you can ask me in the comment section. Thank you.